Hey guys, and welcome to the Working Money channel. So we got Bitcoin guys on the hourly, and if you didn't notice last night, Bitcoin was trying to rally up even higher. It did hit about 12,000 per BTC, and now this morning trading at about 11.7. So it is trying to really break this resistance level. We might be able to see it better on the daily here. So here it is on the daily, and you can see back here, Bitcoin hit that level of about 12,300, and we saw it almost get there back on August 2nd, which was only just a few days ago, and yesterday also, last night, yesterday, whatever you want to call it, also try to hit that level again. So you can actually see it better here on the hourly. That was back on August 2nd, and yesterday was here, now coming back down. So really is still trying to push up and pierce that $12,300 level. And other coins like XRP, for example, were moving along with Bitcoin. XRP hit 0.307. So we saw that surge. It went up from about 29.4 to 0.307 cents, now trading at 0.298, so just shy of 30 cents. And guys, I'm starting to think a lot of people are going to get interested in crypto very, very soon. James Rule XRP sent me this next thing. Yesterday I was asking about the Grayscale advertisement. Who's seen it, and have you guys seen it yet? It was just released yesterday. So James actually sent this to me. It was on Grayscale's site. The ad is right here, and so guys, I will link it in the description. I will play it for you muted because there is a very popular Ramones song in this. So there's, if you can imagine, there's a narrator talking about the history of money, and the Ramones song goes on playing in the background. Essentially, they're just discussing the history, and essentially the message is, you know, trade with Grayscale because we are the future of cryptocurrency investing. Cryptocurrencies will indeed be the future. So again, not playing this for copyright reasons. A very quick, snappy, slick production to kind of gear towards that younger generation to get into cryptocurrencies. And you can see here they also mention the XRP Trust as one of their holdings. So great commercial done by Grayscale. I think they did a great job to be able to attract a mass young audience to get into cryptocurrencies. Those people that you've been telling for years now, hey man, you probably should get into crypto because of XYZ. All the great reasons why we are all in cryptocurrency. And in tandem with that, an article came out here why Grayscale's new digital currency ad could bring more crypto investing to millions. And so guys, of course, I will leave this article here in the description of the video if you want to read the full thing. I'll just read a little bit for you. This morning, Grayscale, the world's largest provider of cryptocurrency investment vehicles, temporarily turned its attention away from hoovering up the supply of Bitcoin to focus on arguably the most intractable problem of all of crypto, getting your stubborn friends and family on board. Last Friday, Grayscale founder and CEO Barry Silbert teased a massive ad buy on Twitter with the intention to bring crypto to the masses. And this morning he delivered with spots on CNBC, MSNBC, Fox, and Fox Business, among others. The Grayscale blog, meanwhile, pitches the ad titled The History of Money as a wake-up call that people everywhere should seize. What we feel is a once-in-a-generation opportunity that digital currencies may present. On paper, that sounds easy enough, but the practicalities are grimmer. Just about every crypto enthusiast is familiar with the scoffs, the furrowed brows, and the incredulous stares when discussing crypto with family members during the holidays. To be successful, this campaign would have to fundamentally recalibrate the average investor's opinion, one that remains generally apprehensive on an asset class barely more than a decade old. I will leave it at that, but the article does go on. I will leave it again, like I said, in the description of the video. So I wanted to thank James at RuleXRP on Twitter. Guys, if you're not following him, follow him on Twitter. He posts some great stuff, and he also does have a YouTube channel. Did you guys hear that Miguel Alves has now joined Linqto? Yes, he was a former Ripple executive, and now he is working for Linqto, a leading digital trading platform for private market securities. Today announced that Miguel Alves has joined the company as Chief Operating Officer, so he is COO. Reporting to CEO and co-founder Bill Saras in this role, Miguel will utilize his considerable expertise building liquidity for new financial products by working with pre-IPO unicorns, secondary market sellers, and digital asset entrepreneurs to strengthen the Linqto investment platform. Linqto is democratizing the private market space by making private investing accessible, affordable, and liquid for accredited investors. So with all his liquidity expertise from Ripple, he is now moving over to Linqto. 1 million accredited investors are investing in private markets, while there are 45 million qualified to do so. Linqto reaches the unserved 44 million by providing affordable entry into markets that were previously and exclusively the domain of large institutional buyers. As we continue to make private markets accessible to accredited investors globally, I could not think of a better addition to Linqto's leadership team than Miguel, said Bill Saras, Linqto CEO. He joins us at a pivotal moment and brings a level of expertise and experience that will be critical in supporting Linqto as it becomes the global leader in private market liquidity. Boy, they are suggesting that they will be the global leader in private market liquidity. So, of course, they got a great guy on board here with a lot of great experience at Ripple. When you go to the Linqto website, too, when you go right to the homepage, Ripple is actually one of the popular picks to invest in, which I thought was kind of interesting. You go to their About Us section and click on company, and gives you some more information on what they do. So you can essentially trade fractional shares of certain companies that don't have IPOs. So Linqto is a technology-enabled online investment platform allowing accredited investors to identify, evaluate, invest, and trade securities in the world's leading unicorns. They provide liquidity for private security markets. Founders, VCs, and employees can realize early returns and liquidity without waiting for an IPO or trade sale. So we've heard about these types of companies before. Linqto obviously does that. Miguel Alves obviously now working as a liquidity specialist, or rather the COO. And it's funny because Ripple right here on the front page, I don't know if that's a coincidence or not, but of course, as we know, a lot of people interested in investing in Ripple specifically because of all the strides that they're making in the payments sector. I'm going to move on here, guys. This is from Ant1 on Twitter. Woman jailed in Australia for stealing $400,000 in XRP. Now, this happened way back in 2018. A 25-year-old woman in Sydney was sentenced to a maximum of 2 years and 3 months in jail today for stealing over 100,000 XRP, according to the Information Age. The woman, Catherine Nguyen, and an accomplice hacked a man's cryptocurrency account in January 2018 and changed the two-factor authentication code to her mobile phone. This allowed Nguyen to transfer the victim's XRP holdings worth over $400,000 at the time. I guess this was when XRP was at all-time high. If she was stealing only 100,000 of them, and this would have been, I guess, in Australian dollars, so it would be 400,000 Australian dollars. Nguyen then used multiple Bitcoin exchanges to shuffle the funds. She did not cash out her illicit holdings, the report said, but the gains did not last long. And then it goes on to say that she was trading after that and she was losing money. So an interesting story. I don't know why it's just coming out now, considering this did happen in 2018. It was because her sentence was formally established today. So there you guys go, though. You know, fraud's happening all the time. A lot of exchanges do get hacked. And in a former video, I don't have it up right now, but in a former video, I did show a chart of the hacks that have occurred over the years. And I thought my theory was that we would have seen more hacks when crypto prices went up, but it was actually the opposite, at least in the bear market, because as the bear market was continuing throughout 2019, we continued to see hacks go up. So we saw hacks in 2017, but then we saw even more hacks by 2018, even more by 2019, and by 2020, I believe I did the video in, when did I do it? Was it February, March? I don't know. But the number for the hacks already in 2020, we're already eclipsing those from the first few months of the previous year. So we are starting to see cryptocurrency hacks just increase year over year, and this is not going to slow down, especially if the masses start to adopt cryptocurrency. We are probably going to see more of this, and the most vulnerable people will probably be victimized. So again, guys, this is why keep your cryptocurrency on cold storage. I have a link in the description for a Ledger Nano. You can use it if you want. That's what I use. You don't have to use it if you do not want to. Always make sure the firmware is up to date. Make sure you have the latest security updates. I always keep my cryptocurrency safe on cold storage until I'm about to trade. Then I put it on the exchange and trade. But if you've got large amounts of cryptocurrency, if you plan on seeing your cryptocurrency value rise over the course of the next few months, and if you plan on seeing it rise over $100, and I say that because that's essentially how much one of these crypto wallets cost. If you're holding $50,000, $100,000, whatever it is, $1 million in cryptocurrency one day, Do you really want it vulnerable to hacks, or do you think, you know what, maybe I should splurge, spend the $100, get the Ledger Nano X or the S, whatever you want, to keep your cryptocurrency safe on cold storage? Again, I have an affiliate link in the description. You can use it if you want. You don't have to use it though. This next one, guys, from XRP Crypto Wolf: 100 billion Spark tokens will be created to mirror the quantity of XRP. So this from the Flare network. And some people were wondering what the Flare network is exactly. For some of you guys who might not know yet, Flare is a new blockchain network based on the Flare Consensus Protocol, the first Turing-complete federated Byzantine agreement protocol. Flare's native token will be an algorithmically managed pegged stablecoin, aiming to keep network usage costs predictable and providing a primary input for DeFi use cases. So that is the actual official definition of the Flare network. And you guys can see here, 100 billion Spark tokens will be created to mirror the quantity of XRP that exists. There are approximately 45 billion XRP tokens that do not belong to Ripple Labs. The objective of the distribution is that XRP holders other than Ripple can claim approximately a 1-to-1 amount of Spark to their XRP holdings. 45 billion Spark will be claimable by XRP holders, stripping out known Ripple Labs addresses. 25 billion Spark will go to Flare Networks Limited, which is Flare's for-profit organization. 30 billion Spark will go to the Flare Foundation. So you, as an XRP holder, now have the ability to claim a one-on-one for the Flare token if you wish. And Flare's token, Spark, is created through what may be the first ever utility fork whereby the origin network, in this case the XRP ledger, benefits through increased utility. 100 billion Spark tokens will be created in the offset, which we had already mentioned, and claimable by XRP holders, excluding Ripple Labs. So guys, this is for people like you and I holding XRP tokens. So I will leave this in the description if you want to read this full Flare report. Thought that was interesting, so thank you so much, XRP Crypto Wolf, for posting that. And Ian Bins here on Twitter sent me this. So this from Daily NESARA and GESARA updates. This is a website that ultimately accumulates all the NESARA, GESARA news, all those articles, everything that's happening around the world that has to do with, you know, the gold standard articles where, for example, Donald Trump says he wants to get back on the gold standard and that the US dollar is in fact being devalued. And so Ian Northing pointed this out. They are now mentioning Ripple and XRP as part of their narrative. So here's the website here. Just going to bring you to the homepage. And so here's the website. Basically, they put it together and there's lots of information on here. When you go to the news, you can see they have a detailed, updated list of all the things that are happening right now. SEC searches for a new tool to analyze smart contracts on the blockchain. Trump says G7 summit will be delayed after the election. Krugman says gold's rise has nothing to do with investors expecting a soaring inflation. News down here with regards to gold and China-US trade tensions. So a lot of interesting articles here. But here I thought was interesting, Ripple pushing to create global ecosystem around crypto asset XRP through the Spring Initiative. They are now reporting on Ripple and XRP. So I've always thought the GESARA NESARA thing was kind of its standalone thing. And I had seen the Ripple connections, and that's when I made that video. I don't know if you guys saw it. I will link it up here in the top right-hand corner for those of you guys who still haven't seen it. And to me, it just kind of made sense with Ripple and XRP and what they strive to do in the world. If we do go to this new gold standard, or rather return to the gold standard, Ripple and XRP will be at the forefront of this, at least within the American financial framework. So thought that was interesting. I'm glad to see that this is being picked up by the Daily NESARA GESARA News. Thanks so much, Ian, for pointing that out. We got Mac Attack XRP here on Twitter. RippleBacked MoneyGram partners with major money transfer platform in Sri Lanka. And so MoneyGram also continuing with their partnerships. Money transfer giant MoneyGram International, a major partner of Ripple, is now collaborating with the leading funds transfer platform in Sri Lanka. This opens opportunities for MoneyGram's expansion to millions of new users in Sri Lanka. MMBL Money Transfer is a leading player in money transmitting market, and now the MoneyGram giant has joined forces with it to allow its customers to receive money transfers on the spot around the globe and send their funds anywhere beyond Sri Lanka. So another partnership with MoneyGram, them also realizing the importance of expanding their partnerships, and by doing so, as an extension, Ripple and XRP will benefit as well. So just down here, MMBL Money Transfer already runs more than 2,000 cash payout locations, including banks, retail outlets, and non-banking financial institutions. So hopefully MoneyGram will be able to provide more customers in Southeast Asia more opportunity for remittance payments. As we know, Southeast Asia, a very, very important geographical location for remittances. So this really will impact those markets, I think, quite a bit. Now that MoneyGram is going to route some locations in there using Ripple and XRP technology to facilitate those payments. So great news coming out of Southeast Asia. Thanks so much, Mac Attack XRP, for posting that. Another one here, guys, from XRP Crypto Wolf, the Bank of France's new bulletin paper on digital currencies from myth to innovative projects for means of payment and currency in circulation mention Ripple 5 times when instead they should have said XRP. Of course, you know, this happens still, but it is good that they are still mentioning XRP. So this with regards to this bulletin here, digital currencies from myth to innovative projects, just discussing how crypto assets and the emergence of cryptocurrencies will change the financial landscape. So as of 2009, the concept of decentrally issued digital assets, which according to their promoters could replace legal tender, was put forward to the public. More than a decade on, this project still has not been implemented. Stablecoins, which have emerged more recently, are designed to be more like legal tender and aim to remedy the shortcomings in the first generation of crypto assets. However, they still carry many risks. In response to the initiative, both central banks and private operators have launched innovative projects in the field of payment infrastructure and instruments. The Banque de France, in turn, has begun experiments on a digital euro, which I have reported on previously. But down here just gives you the comparative annualized volatility of stablecoins and other assets in comparison to some of the top ones, and they include Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Ripple here in light blue. So it's great that they're acknowledging Ripple, which is technically XRP. A few more stats here on some of the top cryptocurrencies. Again, they mentioned Ripple, and down here too in this bulletin, they also mentioned Ripple. The bulletin is linked here in XRP Crypto Wolf's tweet description, so I will post that in the description of this video for those of you guys interested in reading the full thing. Here's another one, guys, from Ant1 on Twitter. XRP-based projects evolve out of Ripple launch Pay ID. So I talked about this through that hackathon, how they were rewarding some of these teams with some financial remuneration. But just to give you guys some idea on what these guys were creating, the first project, Brisk ID, gives people access to create Pay ID using their mobile phones. Another project, Verified Pay ID, decentralized save identities assigned to Pay ID, was also selected. On the list was InstaPay, touted as the fastest and seamless payment app built using Pay ID. A cross-chain non-custodial wallet on Pay ID dubbed XND was also chosen among the selected projects. RaiPay, built on Pay ID, makes the transfer of XRP easy through messaging apps like Discord, Matrix, Telegram. I could see that getting popular. Among the projects include xpayments.me, a platform for cryptocurrency payment information. They have UPay, a platform that makes payments for online services easy. While the above projects only received honorable mentions, the third place winner was given to Unisend, an app used to connect a bank account to make global money transfer free of charge using Pay ID on the XRP ledger. The app designer received $2,500 in XRP for the outstanding project. The second place, Zero Games, a peer-to-peer 0% charges video game cryptocurrency marketplace designed using Pay ID, received the second place award, won $5,000 in XRP, and the first place winner was given to a developer tool used for performing checks to authenticate Pay ID response headers. The project was named Pay ID Validator, and they received a whopping $15,000 in XRP for their grand prize. And so validators technology, making sure security is top notch for some of these products, I think is going to be really, really important. And I can see why they won first place just based on the issue alone of solving this problem. And I'm sure the technology is also top notch. Anyway, I did want to mention that. I kind of skimmed over it yesterday. So this kind of gives you guys a more in-depth sense of who is working on the XRPL, what kinds of projects they are creating, and how this is going to help the XRPL, help foster the ecosystem so that there is more value running through the XRPL, thus in turn creating more value for the XRP token. I got another one here, guys, from XRP Crypto Wolf. XRP, BTC, and ETH was mentioned in the new IMF country report. Technical note on securities, fund management, equity and derivatives trading, and virtual asset service providers for the United States financial sector assessment Assessment Program. So here's the title page here, United States Financial Sector Assessment Report. Again, this brand new from August 2020. And another screen grab here just showing XRP, the virtual assets sector in the US is currently small as a proportion of the overall financial system, but has grown rapidly in recent years. Virtual asset service providers, VASPs, are engaging in a broad range of activities, including offering, operating, and trading platforms and custody, and serve a diverse customer base. Many of the VAs for which there is the largest amount of trading activity have continued to demonstrate significant volatility, while issuance of VAs through initial coin offerings has declined from its peak in 2018. So just giving us some history here, and of course listing Bitcoin, Ethereum, and XRP on this list. So these are the top three, and they have been for a while. XRP just recently made it back up above Tether to number 3 on the market cap list. I don't necessarily consider Tether one of those cryptocurrencies that is in competition with the others. Of course, it is just a stable coin, and the purpose it serves is to be pegged one-to-one to the US dollar. So when you look at the cryptocurrencies, Bitcoin number 1, Ethereum number 2, XRP number 3. And the reason I keep reiterating this is because I'm feeling like the United States government has to get to the clarity for XRP sooner rather than later. And not only that, guys, Chris Larsen is now pleading as well. I wanted to get to this tweet here, originally from Chainsaw Jackson at XRP Jackson on Twitter. How do we compete with China, Donald Trump and Steven Mnuchin? Listen to what Chris Larsen is saying here. Make it a level playing field. And so he just posted this early this morning. Here's Chris Larsen pleading with the U.S. government. Don't know if you guys have seen this video. Let me play you this.
Okay, how do we compete with China? How do we keep up? And, till now, frankly, U.S. regulators have actually helped China by officially giving clarity to the two protocols effectively controlled by Chinese miners, Bitcoin and Ethereum. That's a mistake. We've got to also give clarity at least, and maybe even support, if this really becomes a tech cold war like it's looking like it will be, to technologies that are more favorable to U.S. and its allies' stewardship of the next-gen global financial system. Otherwise, we face a potential catastrophe. I don't know what the odds are, but there's some meaningful, probability if China was to get control over the next-gen financial system. I mean, that could really be devastating to American power and its allies' ability to make payments to defense payments to an ally. American banks that might be blocked or throttled back on how fast their payments go. You can even see some terrible situation where a U.S. company that has a low Chinese social credit score could be blocked from that new infrastructure. Those are bad outcomes. Even if there's a small percentage chance that happens, we've got to check that to make sure that we're involved and we're competitive as a country.
So Chris Larsen stating the real facts here. The United States has already made their decisions on Bitcoin and Ethereum, and this has inadvertently helped fuel China's already strong position to continue that economic superpower status. And you know what he's saying? This could potentially be catastrophic for the United States if we don't step up, if we don't provide regulatory clarity for certain tokens, XRP, for example, that was built to help create a level playing field. But not only that, help the United States solidify its position on the global stage. He actually used that language. It could be potentially catastrophic. So why is there clarity for Bitcoin and Ethereum and not other cryptocurrencies like XRP that were created specifically to help the United States do better business? Sometimes it's baffling, and I also feel like Chris Larsen, Brad Garlinghouse, the top guys at Ripple are realizing this. They're also saying, come on, what gives? What's going on here? Why can't we see meaningful regulatory clarity? This could have catastrophic effects on the U.S. economy. Let's kick it into high gear and get this show on the road. Now, some are saying, after the Ripple lawsuit goes through and that's over and done with, that we will get a final decision on XRP. Is it a security? Is it not a security? And they're waiting for that to happen before the regulatory clarity for XRP specifically is to be known. Until then, though, guys, we just have to sit back and wait, watch our XRP grow in the spec market based on speculative investors. And I saw this tweet. I thought this was kind of fun. You know, this has happened to me as well, Jilts. So it's not just you. So this is from @Jilts_XRPeeps on Twitter. XRP, I recently got a friend to invest in XRP, and he bought a ton at 15 cents. No endless researching and years of holding the ups and downs for this guy. Just straight in at the bottom, and he's doubled his money since. He now thinks I'm Jesus. I now think he's Satan. Anyway, sometimes that's just how it goes. It takes a strong constitution to hold cryptocurrency for 2.5 years. That's just my opinion, but I want to hear what you guys think. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Like the video if you like the content I'm providing. I always love hearing your comments. See you in the next one, guys.